Hello, everyone. Pain is the number one reason people over 60 stop exercising, and that's exactly why I'm starting this new series with a seated lateral raise. Weak shoulders and poor posture are the biggest drivers for poor pain, and this is one of the best ways to fight back. Here's the truth. Avoiding movement makes pain worse. The right movement, even seated exercise like this, is how you take control. Stick with me, because I'm going to show you how to do this pain-free, plus 2 more seated exercises, how to choose the right dumbbell weight, and the update on the creatine test. Pain can make you feel fragile, like every step or lift can make things worse. But the truth is, most of the pain we deal with doesn't come just from aging. It comes from weaker muscles, stiff joints, and posture that's slipped. And the powerful part? Those are all things we can change. Strength shrinks pain. Movement makes pain smaller, not bigger. Before I break down the lateral raise, let's clear up something that confuses almost everybody. How to tell the difference between pain, soreness, and fatigue. Once you know that, you'll move with confidence instead of fear. The first exercise is the seated lateral raise. Sit tall, feet flat, dumbbells at your sides, and keep a little bend in your elbow. Now lift your elbow slowly out to the side until they're at shoulder height, then bring them back down under control. Don't shrug your shoulders up, keep them relaxed, and don't go heavy here. 2 to 5 pounds is plenty. Done right, this strengthens your shoulders, improves posture, and takes pressure off your back and your neck. If you only add one exercise to fight posture, this would be the one. Now let's move to the arms with the seated bicep curl. Stronger arms don't just look good, they protect your shoulder and back every single day. Pain, soreness, fatigue, they all feel different once you pay attention. Pain is sharp. It feels wrong, like your body is telling you stop right now. Soreness, that's that dull, achy stiffness you notice a day later. That's not damage, that's your muscles rebuilding. And rebuilding means you're getting stronger. Fatigue is that tired, burning feeling while you're doing the exercise. That goes away once you rest. When you can tell the difference, you don't need to second guess yourself. You'll know when to stop and keep going. Now let's go back to the exercise we started with, the seated lateral raise, and we'll break it down so you can do it safely and get the benefits without the pain. Next is the seated bicep curl. Sit tall, elbows tucked against your waist. Curl the dumbbells up slowly towards your shoulders, then lower them even slower. No swinging, no leaning back, just smooth, controlled movement. 5 to 8 pounds is a good starting point. Stronger arms mean daily tasks, lifting a bag, carrying groceries, even pushing yourself up from a chair won't strain your shoulders or your back. If this is helpful, tap like right now so YouTube knows to show it to more people. But here's the mistake that causes the most flare-ups, causing the wrong dumbbell weight. Let's get that right. Here's how to know if your dumbbell is right. If you can do 12 reps and it feels too easy, it's too light. If you're struggling and losing form by rep 5, it's too heavy. The sweet spot is when those last 2 reps feel tough, but you can still do them in right form. That's when progress happens without form. Think of it like climbing stairs, one step at a time. And speaking of recovery, here's today's creatine update, because recovery is where soreness fades and pain piles up. If you're new here, let me explain. I'm running a personal experiment. I call it my daily creatine test. Creatine is one of the most studied supplements in the world, but I wanted to see what would actually happen for someone my age. So every day I share what I notice: energy, recovery, soreness, even mood. Why here? Because recovery decides whether your pain gets worse or disappears. Started the day with Charlie's walk. Shorter than usual, but he was happy and I was back in time to roll. Hopped on the single speed, hit the gravel trail, rode to the gym just after sunrise. Energy felt good. Knocked down my 5BX60 at the racquetball court. Push-ups were strong, balance was sharp, even tossed the ball around for spatial awareness. And then into the weight room. Shoulders, laterals, curls. Forgot one, but no big deal. Solid session overall. Still dealing with that little jump rope tendonitis. I hit 200 jumps. I proved I could do it, but yeah, probably pushed it too quick. So I'm holding steady at 100, adding more when it feels right. As for creatine, hard to pin down, but I did have that extra edge, steady energy, good focus. If it helps the tendonitis heal, even better. That's the check-in. Good workout, smarter pacing, and another mark on the creatine journey. If you want to follow this whole experiment, hit subscribe now and check out my creatine playlist. This pain series and the creatine series go hand in hand. Now let's finish our 3-move routine. The seated overhead press, the posture fixer. Our last move today is the seated overhead press. Start with dumbbells at shoulder height. Press them straight up until your arms are almost straight, and then lower them slowly under control. Keep your ribs down. Don't let your back arch. 5 to 8 pounds is plenty here. And if your shoulders feel tight, just press to the ear level or do one dumbbell at a time. This strengthens your shoulders and upper back. Better posture means less stress on your spine, fewer aches getting in the way of daily life. Now let's tackle the biggest myth about pain, because believing it keeps people stuck. The biggest myth is that pain is just a part of aging. But the truth? Pain is a signal. It's your body saying, move me smarter. And that's why these 3 seated moves matter. They're safe, they're simple, and they put you back in control. What's the number 1 pain you deal with? Shoulders, back, or knees? Drop it in the comments, and I'll target future episodes right where you need it. Today, we went through the seated lateral raise, the seated biceps curl, and the seated overhead press. We talked about how to tell pain from soreness and fatigue, how to pick the right dumbbell weight, and you got today's creatine update. Pain is not inevitable. Strength and consistency change the story. So here's what I want you to do. Share this with a friend who thinks pain is just part of aging, and hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss episode 2, where we're going to tackle shoulder pain directly. We're in this together, and we're aging strong.